9 o'clock in the morning, Friday. Just leaving Huntsville. The roadway inn never fails to impress. Another good stay there. It's probably about 8 degrees, 9 degrees out right now. Sun's just starting to come up, so it should warm up a little bit. And we're going to head out from here, head up to the east through the park, out towards Barry's Bay, and then start zigzagging through roads, and ultimately ending up in Bancroft for the night. So here we go. So we're on 60 East, just past the turn off to go down to Dorset, which we'll be coming back up through tomorrow. We're probably close to the west gate of Algonquin now. So we're going to run this all the way through up to Barry's Bay. Some back roads down around Barry's Bay to a couple of overlooks and lookouts. And eventually we're going to end up back out in Bancroft. But right now we are on the hunt for moose. So all the times I've been through the park, I have yet to actually see anything show up, which is kind of depressing. But we're working on it. The colors are starting to come out, so that's nice. It is a little chilly. Bike is reading 10 degrees. So yep, I am running with the heat on, and all the events are closed. And really, it's not horrible. I've certainly ridden it much colder than this. So this really is not that bad at all. And it's only going to get a little bit better throughout the day. I think they're calling for 17 degrees and sun, so that'll make a huge difference. But I can see the heat staying on for the foreseeable future. I was told that they were doing some repaving through here by one of the gentlemen I ran into at the hotel. So we'll have to see just how much there is. We're already technically inside the boundaries. Oh, they have done a shave and pave. Which is ironic because I don't remember this being bad at all. The colors are really starting to come up now though. I am actually quite shocked that they're repaving this. I don't ever recall it being anywhere near as bad as some of the roads in the area. Still looking for these moose they say live out here. Seeing these signs. Some turkeys. But the only bit of wildlife I've seen so far is about half a dozen turkeys on the side of the road. Sun's ducked behind the clouds. I might have to pull over and throw another layer on the top. It's getting a little on the chilly side. We're down to 9 degrees now. Yeah, I could do without this cloud cover. Really starting to wreck the temperatures. We're down to 8 degrees. A little on the chilly side, so I am definitely going to be pulling off and putting on another layer. Well, as you can tell, I lost my sun. Saw 7 degrees Celsius down on the dash and figured it was time to pull over and put on another layer. So now I'm kind of walking around looking like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But at least I can stay warm, which will be nice. So yeah, nice little stop here on the side of the road. I have no idea where I am or how far through the park, but still working east. Hopefully the sun comes back out and I can lose this layer. After adding another sweater, I continued my travels eastbound through Algonquin Park in a very uneventful fashion. The roads were smooth, the traffic was flowing, there wasn't really much of a stop or any reason to pull over. It got cold, down to about 7 or 6 degrees Celsius. The entire time riding through Algonquin, it was weird because it was the only section that was full of cloud cover all the way through. When you're literally out in the middle of nowhere, any little bit of sun helps with the temperatures, and it just was not helpful that day. And that's a run through Algonquin at the east gate now. We're gonna head through here and continue our way out to Barry's Bay. I think we'll just keep going straight up and just stop at Barry's Bay instead. And again, another pass through the park and no moose. So I don't believe they exist. It's all just lies. I have an absolutely horrible track record for seeing moose on a motorcycle trip. Now, yes, obviously I don't want to see them right in front of me, but it would be nice to see a moose once or twice. I've ridden through northern Ontario. I've ridden all the way to the west coast of Canada. I've ridden all the way to the east coast of Canada, including Newfoundland. And I have yet to see a moose walking in the wild. So I just have zero luck. So the goose egg for moose still exists. That sucks. The sun's starting to come back out, so this is a little bit nicer. We're getting a little chilly going through there. It'd be nice if the sun came out and stayed out though. Cloud cover could just go away at this point. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh. Hello. Oh. You remind me of a doggy. Just pulled over in Whitney at the Memorial Park. Yeah. Gale Ferry Lake Memorial Park. Some coffee. Warm up a little bit. For whatever you can. Looks like some of the clouds starting to break now, which is a better chance of getting some heat back. Met the town mayor, who's laying on the ground over there. And we're going to keep rolling out over to Barry's Bay. Just rolling into Barry's Bay now. Gonna have a little tour around, check out a couple little things. We'll stop for a bit of a break and some coffee and warm up a little bit more. It's up to 11, but she's still chilly. The sun's at least out now. I don't know if it's the cold or what, but just been yawning the last 20 minutes horribly. When you're yawning is not good. When you're yawning and quasi shivering at the same time when you're holding on to the handlebars. So a quick stop in Barry's Bay at Zurikowski Park, where they've got a, scale size model of the Avro Arrow. Apparently he was one of the chief test pilots of the Avro Arrow, which is kind of interesting. It's a neat little park though. Stop by here every once in a while on the way through. Can't really say I've ever actually stopped in at the park, but we've seen it on the way by, so I figure it's worth a stop in now, have some coffee, warm up a little more, and keep rolling. Rolling through Combermere, down to everybody's favorite road, at least for Bob, Letterkenny Road. Alright, so just stopping at the start of Letterkenny Road. This is Bob's favorite section, so I had to get him some drone shots. We're heading down to Quaidville, get some gas, and we're going to continue around on the rest of the route.
After reviewing my fuel situation in Quaidville, I decided to skip this single sketchy pump that they had and continue to work my way east, and figured I would grab gas somewhere down Highway 41 on the way back into Bancroft. Quick stop at a rest stop here on the side of Tooheys Lake on Highway 41, heading westbound now, heading towards Bancroft. Probably about an hour and a half out at this point. Do have to find gas somewhere along the way. I guess I could make it, but it might be a little close. But just stopping here for a quick break and then find some gas up along the way. And we're heading back west now. Going to be westward travel from this point out. This is the farthest east we're going to get, I think. So I managed to find gas on Highway 41. The funny part is we've come through here before, and I remember this place, and for the life of me I couldn't remember where it was. But it was a memorable place just because of the shape of the building. So it's kind of funny that I managed to stop here again. But yeah, Griffith General Store on Highway 41. So final stop before getting into Bancroft. I was just coming down 28 on the way in. You can see the highway over here. And I saw this opening that looked directly back out onto the lake, so I figured might as well take a little side trip down and have a look. And kind of use this as a little bit of a break stop, and yeah. It's not bad. All the places to stop. On the scale of 1 to 10, this is not bad. So made it into Bancroft, took a little cruise over to the park just to figure out where to eat. Ended up at yet again another food truck. Seems to be a bit of a food truck tour this trip, but it's got good reviews, so why not give it a shot and see how good the food is. So we're gonna have dinner, and I'm gonna head down to check in and then I got to get set up to get out for sunset at the lookout. I got to stop and get gas and some supplies, but other than that, it'll be a pretty easy night. Watch the hockey game. Alright, so we're just going to hike up to the Eagle's Nest Lookout in Bancroft for sunset. Faces the right direction, and there's a nice easy path apparently to get there, so might as well go have a walk out and have a look. Take some photos, have some coffee, then we'll go back and watch the hockey game.